Hello YouTube, great to be back. It is the off season at Captiva, Osprey, and Eagle Cam, and we're doing some behind the scenes work, and we want to show you guys what we've been doing and what you can expect next season. I just want to say big thank you to the moderators and the volunteers for this season. Couldn't have done it without you guys. It's our first year on YouTube and it's been amazing and fantastic, and thank you to everybody that's watched. You guys just really love the Osprey camera in particular. I mean, what's not to love? Andy and Lena, I mean, they're wonderful. Great parents, beautiful setting, and it's gonna get even better next year. So we'll go into that in a second. I want to give a quick overview of what kind of has happened this year for Window to Wildlife. We have 3 cams. We have the Osprey, Eagle, and Leucistic Red-tailed Hawk. Well, Leucistic Red-tailed Hawk, aka Angel, was our first camera that we put up a little over a year ago. And it was just a PTZ camera far away, and it wasn't the best view, but we were able to see Angel, and she was able to have 3 chicks, and they fledged, they were successful. It was wonderful to see. It was a privilege to be able to work with the landowners to get this off-grid camera system up and running. And that's the first fully funded Window to Wildlife project that is ours. We've been installing cams for a long time, but this one is our cam, and we got to stream it finally. But then came up the Eagle season at Captiva. The Eagles had been streamed under a prior account, but we'd been installing those cameras for the past 4 years now. And we worked with Lori to bring in the cameras under us to stream both the Eagles and the Osprey onto YouTube. And it was quite successful. It was crazy season. There was a lot of dive bombing from Connie. Joe, the prior mate, hasn't been in the picture for a while. It was just back and forth, a lot of drama. And then things quieted down, and then Connie laid eggs, and it was great. But turns out they were non-viable. It wasn't the best season for them. They were constantly coming back. It was kind of sad to see, but Connie and Martin's bond are getting stronger, and hopefully we have a really good season next year. And I'll talk about what we're gonna do in a second with those cameras, because we're doing a lot. And then the Osprey, Andy and Lena, came back early. It's not the original pair of Andy and Lena, we don't believe. The original pair, they would have chicks, but crows would come and eat those chicks. And it was very sad. It wasn't fun content that we wanted to put out there, and we were afraid that that would happen again. So we warned everybody, hey, we might turn the cameras off because we want to see these chicks thrive, and we're not here to see really sad stuff. It's not the type of content we want to put out, even though it is nature. Well, thankfully, these parents, they came a lot earlier, and they just seemed more attentive. Lena, she hardly left the nest. She was a great mother. And they had 3 chicks. Sadly, one of them passed. We did a necropsy. Not much was found. It could have just gotten beat by the storm and just didn't have the energy and just wasn't getting fed. We couldn't do anything. It was natural causes. It's not human caused. But the other 2 thrived. Annie and Lena, fantastic parents. The 2 Osprey chicks fledged, and it was absolutely wonderful. It worked out better than I thought. There was no crows coming down there to eat the few-day-old chicks, which would have been very sad. Oh, and prior, we had to get, before Andy and Lena laid eggs, we had to get fishing line out of the nest. Fishing line, hooks, and sinkers. We got that out, and we got a 40-foot ladder that just stays there. It was expensive. It was a huge issue. I did a prior YouTube video on it, just about how difficult it was to get a ladder there. Thankfully, we had some local people that have climbed before get up there and take care of it. It was great. So now that brings us into the off season. We turned off the cameras. How well did it do? Well, big thanks to you guys and the volunteers. Our total channel reach since we started it is 2.2 million views. 2.2 million views. That is huge. For the first year, I didn't expect that. And just big thank you to everybody that watched. We're working on an AI camera system with a company called BirdBot. I'm one of their executive research advisors, and they have already started working on the Osprey camera. So they're training their AI model, or artificial intelligent model, over the top of our cameras. They'll first identify the species that come into the cameras. So they're mainly building this for songbirds, but they're also adapting it for our Osprey. So they'll be able to tell the parents, the chick, and the eggs, which is cool. It'll get good enough, hopefully, that'll ID the individuals. And we're hoping in the future we can track a few things. We can track A, if there are any hazards that's coming into the nest. The camera will ID fishing line, hooks, sinkers, stuff like that. And then we'll categorize food as well. So we'll see, what kind of fish they're bringing in, or if there's like a rat or rodent, and we'll flag rat or rodent for rodenticides. We're like a year or two off from that. BirdBot has been moving very quick, so we'll see if we can get that done. And then the other thing that we want to do is we want to move the PTZ camera from the Eagles underneath the Osprey cam. And then that PTZ underneath the Osprey platform is going to look out into the channel and look at all the different animals out there. The alligators, the manatees, the dolphins, spoonbills, all these different species, and we'll have camera operators as well. And we also want to figure out the internet stability issues there. Our internet service provider is hit or miss on the island, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll try our best there. All right, so Angel update. Angel, the leucistic red-tailed hawk. She was supposed to have a season 3 or 4 months ago, but it just never happened. We put up a new camera above the nest, a little pinhole camera. It's really a really cool small camera, not invasive. And she was coming back to the nest a good bit, doing some nest building, but she chose a new mate this year, and he was a subadult or a juvenile. And he's just now starting to get his red tail feather in, so he's not sexually mature yet. And that, I believe, is the #1 reason why she did not really have a season. So we've seen a good bit of activity here and there. It's like once or twice a week she comes in for like 20-30 minutes. We don't stream it because there's not much to stream, and hopefully next year she's back and going strong and she has 3 chicks again. Hawks can move nests. We don't have the funds to chase her around to new nests. We'll see what happens. We're just gonna leave this PTZ camera and the pinhole camera up and see how it goes. But I think we have a good chance she comes back next year. She's absolutely gorgeous. We're hoping to do the Captiva Osprey and Eagle maintenance end of August, early September. We'll keep you guys posted on that, and we would like to live stream that as well. So I definitely want to do that. But I think that's all for the updates. Thank you guys for watching. Can't wait to show you everything. Again, like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you think there's anything else we should do in the off season. Thank you guys so much.